What's going on, folks? This is Donnie and Rizzo in the morning. I'm your host, Sean the Don Donnelly.
Good morning.
And this is your co-host, Joe Mastronardo.
Yeah. I see that you're not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
No mask, huh?
I packed masks because now they're ripping people off a SEPTA if they don't have it.
Are they really?
Yeah. Like on my way back last time, everything was cool. You know, everyone was hopping on. Half people had masks, half didn't. And I saw a news thing like 2-3 days ago. They're like, yeah, it's mandatory.
Is it really?
And cops, just like that, it's like those clips in China, like cops are yanking people off the transit just for not having a mask or being out.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I have not gone into the mask.
Yeah. I just keep it just because I'm like, you know what I mean?
I mean, whatever. But I mean, the most ridiculous thing that I've seen is people driving around in their own car wearing the mask. Like, explain that to me. If the virus is not in your fucking car, you're not. You know, it's
it's windows
people
up.
Are so stupid.
Yeah.
All the fear mongering about the phony virus. It's just incredible.
Yeah. The
whole deal about the mask, right? I figured, okay, all right. So I looked around for what I deemed to be the appropriate mask.
Okay.
And I thought, what better than Kane from WWE, 1998 Kane,
Nice.
Old school Kane.
Yeah.
You know,
black and red, right, with the stripes.
Oh yeah. That's what
you.
we're going with. So hopefully the mask will be delivered today. I'm really looking forward to going to the grocery store with the Kane mask on. This is the one I'm talking about right here. Let me pull it up. There it is. Yep. 1998 Kane.
That's classic.
Oh yeah.
Did he change his mask?
Oh, he's changed his mask several times, but I figured I wanted the original incarnation.
Who's that other guy that fucking?
There it is. Look at that. Tremendous mask. So that's the mask that I will be featuring. When it comes in. Yeah. Hey, they said wear a mask. Okay, you got it. Hopefully it comes with the hair. You know, like this one here.
Yeah, you get a little.
Oh wow, that's a good one. I don't think mine comes with the hair, but hey, I can always order another one. That's the actual one. Wow. Yeah, this is the one I bought.
That's fucking.
Oh yeah, adult deluxe WWE Kane mask right there.
That was menacing. Mm-hmm. I bet you stalking the hallways of. I'm
just gonna go and
Beth Ayres,
giant. Yeah, I'm gonna wear it down to the park too, but I'm just scared that somebody might shoot me or paintball me or tase me. Next thing you know, I'm being questioned by the law. And be like, look, they said wear a mask, okay? Was there a specification? Mask, okay? This is a mask.
Yeah. Want to get technical on the definition of mask? Like, what's up?
I know, but we'll see how it goes. But the Kane mask will be debuted in Giant over here on Huntington Pike. That's for sure.
That's fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm. A friend of mine is having ass surgery today.
Ass surgery.
Ass surgery. Yeah, he's got a situation with his ass.
Cheeks or?
Oh no, the full deal.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, they were flirting with the idea of him needing the gold standard in ass surgery. So
okay.
They brought in the top ass guy, and the guy was like, "This is the worst ass we've seen in years." so he's going in. I know that his ass has been giving him trouble for a while now. So he's really excited to get it fixed. But I know that they said the ass situation was apparently the gold standard of ass surgery. Okay. Apparently, like it's brutal, but it gets the job done. It fixes everything.
I gotcha.
But the doctor was really the ass doctor was really like putting it over. Like you might need the gold standard, but I don't think he's going in for the gold standard.
He's gonna,
but he's really excited. He's on his way to the ass doctor right now.
What's wrong with his ass?
I think he just has a tremendous hemorrhoid problem.
Oh,
you're not familiar with pro wrestling, but I think he's been busted wide open, like the JBL Eddie Guerrero match in 2004. They had this cage match, and somewhere during the match, Guerrero cut himself.
Okay.
But got himself real bad, and he was just he was just completely covered in blood. It was one of the biggest blade jobs ever.
Yeah.
So apparently, that's what he compares the situation with his ass with.
I got so just same wound, just wrecked him.
I believe so. Yes, I believe so.
Rough. Funny you mentioned wrestling. That was the first thing I wanted to kind of get in with you.
Oh, good.
I was gonna say, I think didn't The Rock start off as a heel? He was with the corporation.
So The Rock started as a babyface. He was like a white meat babyface, and but everybody pretty much hated him to a degree, and then finally, because they were chanting the whole story is like they were chanting "Die Rocky Die," and they pretty much rejected him, and then he turned heel and said, give me the microphone," and then he started, and that's when you saw The Rock like evolve when he turned bad. And then when he turned bad, he was just he got so good and so tremendously entertaining. That the thing about being a bad guy is that if you're good at it and you're entertaining, like the fans are eventually going to, you're so entertaining, they're eventually going to like you. You know, and then that's just what happened there. The Rock was so entertaining that eventually the people pretty much turned him face. Heel means bad guy, baby face means good guy.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just talk like that. But yeah,
I got you.
So that's what happened because The Rock was so good. I mean, think about it. Like in the movies, all the heels that are great, people eventually love them and turn them good. Like, I mean, Freddy Krueger's it's kind of that way.
The Joker.
Like Arnold in Terminator 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all the heels, because the people love them. Yeah. And then they eventually turn good. So that's kind of the way it goes.
That is, just in general, that's a big thing with storytelling, is that you take the villains, they're assholes at first. You kind of throw a little backstory out, and you see when they were good and they turned or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then, if they live through it,
Are you familiar with No Country for Old Men?
No Country for Old Men. What's his face with the?
Tommy Lee Jones was in
Tommy
it. Josh
Jones.
Brolin.
They had that sick motherfucker with the gun with the.
Okay, so are you familiar with the movie or no?
I am. I've seen it.
Okay, so so we're talking about babyface or heel. I think that the lines are blurred in that movie as to who's the good guy and who's the bad guy, because you think that Anton Chigurh is the bad guy in that movie, but the more you watch it and the movie develops, it's almost like there's a switch between Anton Chigurh and Josh Brolin, because Josh Brolin like cowers to him. I think the situation with his wife, he doesn't go after his wife or something like that. Like Josh Brolin does heel things in that movie, and then you got Anton Chigurh getting shot up, goes to the hotel room, is in miserable pain. You show him stitching himself up just so he can go out and fight again. Like, that's a good guy. And then at the end, I remember at the end, he doesn't kill just everybody. Like, he has the kids come and he lets them go, and I think he even gives them money or something, like pays the kids. Like, so there's things in that movie that I could make the argument that there's some sort of turn, not necessarily a turn, but it's like, who's the real bad guy here? What are they saying? Because it's clearly, at the beginning, it's Anton Chigurh, and then towards the end, it's like, it's a little role reversal. There's role reversal at times there.
I see what you mean. Yeah, because Josh Brolin, he's the guy that in the beginning, he shows up and he's like, he has that fucking one line. He's Ultimos Hombre. He's looking for the money or whatever. Mm-hmm. He gets the money and he's rolling around. He's putting his people in danger, trying to keep it. And, homie, Anton Chigurh is chasing him down and shit. Yeah. So eventually,
I might actually have to watch that. That movie's fantastic.
I seen it once.
What's that? Who's the author of the book? Cormac McCarthy, or what the hell was the guy's name? Let's look that up.
I heard that one.
Because it was. I mean, obviously, it was a book. What was his? Cormac McCarthy was the author of the book. I have it in there. I've never read it. Of course not. But I have the actual book. But the movie's really good. One day a couple years ago, I realized, I'm like, I don't know these good, like, certain good movies, right? Like, I'm a Tarantino guy, I'm a Spike Lee guy. Speaking of Tarantino, the movie over the summer was spectacular.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh man, that's the best movie I've seen in years. Yeah, that movie's fantastic. That's the best movie I've seen in years.
The scene with what's his face, Bruce Lee.
That is my favorite scene. Because everybody talks about Bruce Lee with such reverence, and it's Bruce Lee this, the 2-inch punch, and Bruce Lee this. I love that, like, they made him this arrogant little Chinaman, right? And then he gets the shit kicked out of him by Brad Pitt. Like, everybody talks about Bruce Lee like he's the toughest man to ever live, and it's not my problem with Bruce. It's just the way, Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee did this, Bruce Lee did that, blah blah blah. Everybody blows Bruce Lee, and I love they made him a racist. Like, he made some sort of racist comment about Muhammad Ali, I think. I just love that they pretty much pissed on the image of Bruce Lee. The life, the career, the reputation. They pissed all over Bruce Lee, and I love that. I went with Brain. And Brain is a huge Bruce Lee guy, and I loved it when Brain's like, that's not what happened, that's not how he was. He's like, tell me, because it's like the Bruce Lee people are so offended. You know what I mean? I heard
that. I'm like, dude,
I loved it. I love that they buried Bruce Lee. I fucking loved it. That was great.
Yeah, people like Bruce Lee, they're all about him. There's like this mysticism around him.
Exactly.
And
they're like, I can hear, Bruce Lee's diet. Bruce Lee did this. Shut up. I get it and all. But just
Jeet Kune Do, he made his own style, and he's like, I'll just select what I need, and everything else is you know what I mean? Whatever's useless, I set aside. But,
And listen, I'm probably somewhat ignorant about Bruce Lee. Perhaps I should do some reading. I'm sure that I'll really respect the guy, and there's probably a lot to learn from him, from what I understand. But just like again, it's just like that reverence of Bruce Lee, the greatest man who ever lived. Like I love that they had him like the Brad Pitt just beat the shit out of him, threw him into the car. And Bruce Lee pretty much ran away with his tail between his legs. I love that they destroyed the image of Bruce Lee. I loved it.
Yeah, that's another role reversal.
Great
right?
movie.
They took the piss out of him. They just looked at him from a slightly different perspective.
I loved it.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
it was fantastic.
Yeah, that fight scene was fucked up.
It was awesome. That was tremendous.
He gets the better of him first, right? Like Bruce Lee like knocks him into some shit, and he's a stuntman, so he just get back up like, I'm gonna fuck you up now.
I was talking to Dev the other day, your boy Dev, and Dev said he bought the Blu-ray for like $15. I'm like, this is my log book on pretty much my life. I'm putting that down. Once upon a time, I think I need to purchase that.
That was a solid movie. Honestly, I fell asleep through the last half hour of it.
Really?
Yeah, and I woke up and I'm like, and I guess they already had the scene in the house when they changed history a little bit, right?
Oh,
where,
I thought that was coming the whole time. I said to Brain, I was like, because the wrestling term is swerve, and I know it's Tarantino.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking to myself, this is setting up for the swerve, and there it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that I'm some sort of a genius for seeing that coming, but I said to Brain, I was like, they're going to swerve us here. And
he doesn't stick right to hit, Inglourious
which
Bastards.
I loved it.
He doesn't stick right to it. He's like,
of course. Well, they killed the great leader Adolf Hitler.
The
great leader. the Iron Sheik, before everybody goes insane about me saying that, like the Iron Sheik did a promo one time. He was wrestling in like a Jewish center. I
remember the Iron Sheik. Yeah.
And it was on YouTube, and he's doing the promo. He's like, I am here in the Jewish center, and I am reminded of the great leader Adolf Hitler. And they're like, no. So they're like, he's like, great leader Adolf Hitler. And I was like, oh man, the Hitler promo. So I think there was some negative fallout from that. I'm not sure they weren't too happy with Sheiky Baby after referencing the Fuhrer in the promo like that.
Yeah, it's funny. He was from what I know, I'm halfway in on wrestling. I remember it, but I don't know, I'm not as well versed as someone like you or other wrestling fans. He was known as a great heel too. He was a perfect heel because
he was the real bodyguard for the Sheik of Iran or something like that.
What?
Yeah, he was a real legit tough dude. He was an Olympic wrestler. He was legit. And the story behind one of the stories behind the Iron Sheik is when they wanted when Hogan was going to beat him for the belt, Vern Gagne, who ran the AWA in Minnesota, offered the Sheik $100,000 to break Hogan's leg in the ring. And the Sheik was like, I'm just not doing that. And wow. But that's the famous story about him. So but he's just an entertainer. But back to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's the best movie I've seen in years. Mm-hmm. And I can't wait to watch that again. And DiCaprio talking to himself in the mirror, all drunk, get your shit together. What's wrong with you? I've been that guy. Yeah. Brain was laughing in the movie. He's like, that's me. I've been there. I've been that exact drunk out of my mind, talking to myself in the mirror. That movie was fantastic. That movie, I would give that 4 or 5 stars. I mean,
dude, certain directors do that to you too. You really. You're like, fuck, dude, I've been in that situation. That's me. That's somebody I know.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's real.
When he's the train wreck in that movie, I need to watch that movie. Maybe
tonight. I'm actually gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna bootleg that shit tonight. I swear to God.
Yeah, I'm gonna order it. Fuck. That was so good.
It is. I mean, yeah, it was pretty tight. Anything that's set in the '60s too, I have this newfound appreciation for it.
And why is that?
I don't know, man. I love Mad Men, the show that was on AMC.
Oh yeah.
That was my favorite. I've actually watched it whole twice since this quarantine started.
Really?
Just because it's kind of like a background thing that's just there, and you know what I mean. I just catch parts or whatever. There's something about it. Just it was just such it's portrayed as this perfect little time in history.
But Mad Men?
Yeah, in the '60s.
I'm gonna add that to my book here, Don.
Yeah, Mad Men's hot. If you watch it long enough, you'll be like,
what's it about? Cliff Notes. What's it about?
It's about an ad agency. Mm-hmm. They start off in the '60s. There's this guy Don Draper, and he's the perfect salesman.
Oh, I've seen videos like charisma like Don Draper or something on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a YouTube addict, because my attention span's so short that that's perfect for me because I can watch what I want. What the hell is that? My coffee pot beeping? My Brazilian rocket fuel?
Yeah, my coffee fucking thing does it. Sometimes I'll set it, I'll hear the pour, and it's loud. And I'm like, what the fuck's in my house?
Yeah, right. So you recommend Mad Men, okay?
Yeah, Mad Men's pretty. John Hamm, he just kills that role. And there's the dialogue. Matthew Weiner, he's the director. He's the kind of head guy there. it's just the storytelling, the dialogue. It's just so something about it.
I watched with my lady friend. I watched the M. Night Shyamalan series on Netflix. It's called The Servant or The Servant, something like that.
Okay.
And it was like 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And dude, it like typical. It's like some of Shyamalan's movies. It went it pretty much went nowhere. There was like no payoff.
Yeah.
And the payoff or where it went, there was no satisfaction there. You know what I mean? Like.
I see what you mean.
It's like, what the hell? Like, and like, I've seen a bunch of his movies, and that were just like that. It's like that's what nothing happened. Like you built up to that.
Yeah.
Like not like 10 hours. There's not a whole lot of things that I've watched or you know where I'm like almost disappointed I watched it because I take something out of it, a quote, an idea, something triggered some sort of creativity. Maybe it inspired me, inspired that. Like outside of all the wine they drank in the movie in the show, because I was like, all right, yeah, I was like, well, it'd be cool to have a wine cellar like that because they have in the house in the show they have like this really cool wine cellar. Yeah. That's not the only thing I can take out of that show. I mean, maybe like the one actress was good. I just didn't go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think he maybe just topped himself? Well, he did The Sixth Sense, right?
That was fantastic.
Yeah, I was a kid. I saw that shit, and then, like at the end,
blown away. You know I think everybody on the planet was blown away.
Yeah, that slow build up was just crazy, and then maybe since then, just how do you reproduce that?
Yeah, and I mean, it was like The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and then and then like I remember his work started really going downhill from there. Like I remember seeing went to see The Village with Dev and like Mahorn, and I remember being like, that was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like and I've seen some bad movies. I used to go to the movies every Sunday night in college because I go out and drink Friday and Saturday night. And Sunday I didn't want to stay in the house, so I just go to pick a movie and go see it. Right? And, you know, so I wasn't drinking. You know, I didn't kill myself for the week. So I saw some bad movies, but none of them I regret seeing. Some of the worst movies I've ever seen were Royal Tenenbaums, which some people liked. I didn't like it. Yeah. Maybe I have to go back and watch it again, but I remember seeing that and being like, that's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Yeah. The Village was terrible. The Village went nowhere. Like I remember the payoff there. I saw years in it. Like I can't remember if that was another one where I know I called the finish in like early, and I don't know if it was another one that was obvious or whatever, but I called that. I was like, what? I remember like I wrote on a piece of paper like what I thought was going to happen. I was like, turn this over at the end. You know what I mean? Like it was like that, and then bang. And Signs was okay. Yeah. With Mel Gibson and Bucks County, like they built up to the aliens reveal, like that was good, but that was okay. Yeah. But no, I just don't think his work's been great. Yeah. I wonder. I guess he's still bankable. I wonder, like.
Yeah. Maybe he draws tickets. So
does he? I mean, maybe he just makes I don't know what the budget is for his work. Like I just don't think it's been good in the past 20 years.
Yeah. You know what? That's the truth. If they're smaller films, I mean, there's probably enough people who are still fans of them. You know, there's bands that like have gone by the wayside albums ago, but they're still hardcore. You know what I mean? If he has enough of those, could justify it. You know. But.
Yeah. I'm not. Well, I mean, he's still making stuff.
Yeah, I think you reach a point as a film aficionado. You reach a point, like you said, like you just see it coming.
Yeah, well, I saw those coming.
Yeah,
you know?
It's just like because a lot of films have kind of like this, there's like a wheel of like how they tell a storyline or whatever. It's like this, and then the redemption arc,
like
and then
formula.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, there's a whole like an 8-part like he does this, and then you know, and there's a fall and a rise and a win. You know what I mean? And so that's why when we watch it, you're like, yeah, I see what's happening there. You know what I mean?
My friend with the ass injury just texted me. He said, "I don't think I could have survived the gold standard."
Gold standard. Jeez.
Yeah.
I wonder what the difference is.
I don't know. Apparently it's painful. So.
Hemorrhoids removed.
I wonder how long you're out of commission with such a thing like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I had like that sports hernia surgery, and that was bad. Yeah. Like last year, I had it on both sides. Well, I haven't had a whole lot. I've had enough surgeries, but not, you know. Yeah. And like, I was up and around pretty fast. It probably wasn't bad. I just couldn't move at all. Like because I had it. I pretty much had this to this repaired on both sides, and like I couldn't get up. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was down for the count for a couple days.
That's rough.
And I wonder how debilitating the ass surgery would be. You know, like how long the recovery would be if you can get back to normal.
Yeah. Do you just have to lean against walls for a while?
I know. When I can't tell that story, but when I had that surgery, I was a friend of mine. They gave me Percocets. A friend of mine took me to the surgery and all.
I got you.
And somehow or other, I got woken up from in the recovery room like an hour early or 2 hours. I was supposed to be in there. The nurse was a complete bitch to me. Like, just, you know, I'm like, I just woke up. My hands are violently shaking from the anesthesia. I think my friend wanted my pills that they gave me, and he was rushing the nurse while I was unconscious. This is what I put together afterwards. You know, this is just my theory.
Okay.
I think he was rushing the nurse to wake me up. They woke me up. They were rude. They're like, "You need to get up and get out of here." It was like kind of like that. The doctor was the man. The nurse, not so much. Like some of the people, I couldn't believe I was being treated like that because I'm completely out of it.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, you have to pee. We're not letting you leave until you pee. I'm like, listen to me, okay? They're like, oh, you'll have to be catheterized. Like, they're really talking shit to me. I'm like, let me explain this to you. I signed up for surgery, okay? I was like, not anything else. I was like, you are not catheterizing anything. I was like, I don't care. I was like, go get someone who says I can leave then. Like, because we're not doing this. I can barely stand up. Dude, I tore my rectus abdominis off both sides of my pelvis, tore my pelvis to shreds, and then both groins had to be reattached. Like, my adductors here. So I could try walking around with that. Yeah. So anyway, so the nurses. So I started putting together when I was in the car ride on the way home, because my friend was just bitching at me the whole time, like, you really ruined my day today, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? God. You volunteered. I could have taken a cab. Yeah, you know what I mean? I would have, like, if I was going to be treated like this for a surgery, I would have taken a cab and, you know, Ubered myself back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My mom calls me. I'm on the way home. She's like, I just talked to the doctor. You're supposed to be in the recovery room just for like an hour. Why are you on the way home? And I was like, huh? You know, and then it started to come clear. And then I'm going to the thing, and then we went to the pharmacy, and I remember, like, he went and got my pills for me, and like I needed them at that point. And he dumped like 3 of them in his hand and slammed them, and I was like, now it's starting to become clear. I was like, he was rushing the nurse because he wanted to get this over with so he can get my pills, because God knows why, right?
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
That's wild.
All right. So then I get home, and he puts me on the couch, puts me on the couch, right? I doesn't give me the remote or anything, not water. I somehow got to the couch, and I see like the door closing and his car leaving. I'm like, you got to be kidding me! I didn't have the remote. I didn't have anything. Like like I can't move, you know. And then like he said something. He texted me later like, I'm coming back. I want more pills. And I was like, I was so So I literally, he's like, because he doesn't live far from here, and I knew like he's going to show up and whatever. And I think I had them on the table. I was like, I barrel rolled myself off the couch, like you see my couch, like I fell on the floor and I rolled like I was a log across the floor. Somehow pulled myself up by like my TV stands, and I hobbled to the bathroom. I dumped like 10 pills out. The ones that what I would need, because I don't like those pills, man. They're sick. You can't go to the bathroom. Like I don't like. Listen, if I do any drugs, I'm going up. I'm not going down. So I don't like perks. So anyway, so I counted like 10 of them, and I was like, this is just the point of this. And I went to I somehow got myself into the bathroom. I took my phone out, right? And I videotaped me going like, you want the pills? You want the pills? I'm like shaking them, they're rattling around, and I'm dumping them into the toilet like this. And I sent it to him, and I flushed it, and I sent him the video. I go, there are your pills.
That's fucking.
Yeah, that's what I did. Like, I was like, you want them? You want them? Here they are. And I was like, I just dumped them in the, like, you know, and I did it, and then, like, I real dramatically, like, flushed them, you know, watched them go down the toilet, and he was livid. Sent me all these texts, like, fuck you, I needed those, why would you do it? I like an idiot, because here's the thing, I should have just filled the bottle up with Tylenol or something, because I could have used more pills than I thought. I was trying to take them as directed, you know? I should have just filled it up with the Tylenol and kept them, but no. I had to. I wasn't thinking straight in that moment.
I gotcha. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
That sounds like the wildest day to me. Wake up.
Oh, it was a mess.
Nurses are mean like that.
They were.
It's just an immediate. No matter who you are, how tough you are. Like someone wakes you up all shitty like that, and you're kind of vulnerable. You're like, whoa.
Oh, dude, I wasn't doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like your mood's already fucked.
And she's giving me shit like you need to go. Dude, they made me walk down the hall to the bathroom by myself. I was holding myself up by the wall. And the thing is, like, when you had that sports hernia surgery, most people have it on one side. I had it on both. Yeah. And the girl's telling me, like, you get up. Like, get up. I'm like, how? I had it on both. This isn't like the normal surgery where one side works. Yeah. I was like, what do you expect of me? And they didn't. Dude, I walked out of the hospital. They didn't put me in a wheelchair. It was snowing. You know what I mean? Nobody helped me into my truck. I was like, what in the hell is going on here? Yeah.
Yeah, you think like they'd roll you out all nice to the sidewalk.
Listen to me. If I could walk, I would have. You know.
Yeah.
I needed at least somebody like to lean on.
Yeah.
I couldn't, dude. I was doubled over like this. Jeez. Like I couldn't stand up because it was literally from here to here.
Okay.
You know, and I don't know. Oh yeah, but I mean but the doctor was good. The doctor I went to, he does all the top. He's the top core injury guy in the country.
Okay.
We have him right here in Philadelphia, so people come from all over the country to get that, to get the core muscle injury, and he fixes them all.
Oh, he's the man.
So yeah, he was great. Some of my experiences with other people there weren't the best, but as far as him and his office and top notch. He gave me his cell phone number. He was texting me like if I had an issue.
That's cool.
Oh, he was fantastic. Yeah, he couldn't be better. I have migraines. Like I have bad migraines, and I asked him one day because they were really bad, and he's a cure. He wrote me a prescription for my migraine medicine. He knocked those out because I get migraines. I get cluster migraines for months at a time every day. Jeez. And it's dude, and it's just it just depends on how severe they are, and sometimes they're bad to the point where I feel like somebody's hitting me in the nose with a hammer and a chisel, and it's unreal, dude. You can see my face gets all white, like I look like hell. I look like something's really going on, and you get nauseous from those migraines. Yeah, they're bad, but he prescribed me amitriptyline. So for anybody who's listening who has migraines, amitriptyline really helped me. You take it before you go to bed. It's also an antidepressant, so it makes you. I don't know. I mean, I don't need an antidepressant, and I didn't notice any difference off of it. But it absolutely knocked my migraines out, and it helps you sleep. So I mean, that was a big cure for me. It was absolutely a cure.
Yeah.
You know.
Damn. Okay.
And a lot of people suffer with migraines, and I'm just lucky that they wrote that to me. I went to a neurologist, and cool. They sent me for the MRI, and they strapped your face to the board like you're Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs, and they put a mask over your face before you go in the MRI. That's not fun. Yeah. But like really, they strap you to the board.
Oh yeah, they got to keep you still as hell in an MRI.
Yeah, they put a cage over your face. Jeez, oh man, yeah.
That's rough.
I know. Well, thankfully, I mean, it came up, everything was clear, but yeah, apparently they can't understand migraines, where some people get them. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty. Like they can't pinpoint causes or anything. Yeah, they're brutal, man.
Yeah, that's a whole fucking.
Oh yeah.
Anything.
You don't want them. You know, you really don't want them.
I get. I never, as a kid, like I'm a guy that I never took aspirin from a kid to now. Right. If I got a headache or something, I drink tons of that's my thing. I drink tons of water. I'm like, cool. Let me try to do a little something. And for a while, it was always like. I just never got it. If I did get them, they weren't that serious. You know what I mean? They weren't. I don't know if I just got used to it, adapted to it, or something. Mm-hmm. But so yeah, I mean, thank God I'm relatively.
I take whatever I need.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, because I can't have things get in my way.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, I'm not a big. I mean, I don't like painkillers. I won't touch those. Yeah. But if I need, because I work out so much and I play sports, and if I'm going to perform, I need the Advil or the Aleve or something like that.
Yeah. How'd you get the sports hernia? How'd that go?
I don't know. I think it's from I lifted weights for so many years. Like I might have had something going on. I might have had some tears, and then I was playing. I play hockey, and then one night my skates were really messed up. They were really dull, and they didn't catch, and I just slid too far, and I just felt burned from my hip to my groin down to my knee, and I was like, I just pulled my groin, and I was kind of like, and then it didn't go away, and I was rehabbing it, and finally someone directed me to go down to the Vincera Institute, and he did the MRI, and it was a mess. Yeah, right away. I said because I you don't want to have a surgery, but I knew I might be looking at it. Mm-hmm. And he comes back, he's like, you have two pretty severe injuries there. I was like, oh, excellent, great, there we go. And then he's like both sides, because I thought it was just one. He's like, no, both sides are screwed. Shit. I was like, great. So I was like, all right, cool, sign me up. When do I get the surgery? And I did like 2 days later. Yeah,
that's why I hate going to the doctors too. It's like it's like driving around in a shit car and then you bring it to the auto body shop and they're like, yeah, here's the damage, dude. Like I'm just like, hey, I'm fine. You hit the doctor, they check out all your blood, all that shit. They're like, yeah, dude, you gotta do something. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just like, fuck, how's this gonna be? Damn, that's rough.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I can't wait to watch that. That movie is spectacular.
Yeah, I think so. Everything about Tarantino, just like the dialogue is just so fucking tight. Mm-hmm. Just that's what I love about it. You know what I mean? It's just he kills it that way. Mm-hmm. It just and it's a little over the top and campy and goofy in some aspects. Yeah, but like it's just Like, there's the other end of it. People like Marvel movies, all that bullshit. You know what I mean? It's all graphical. You know what I mean? It's all, oh, dude, did you fucking see that? See that fucking Optimus Prime, this and that? And, yeah, but I'm definitely a Tarantino guy.
I am too. I definitely want to watch that again. I'm probably gonna order the Blu-ray off of Amazon like Dev.
The Blu-ray?
Dev's your boy.
Yeah, that's my man. I ain't talked to him in a minute. Yeah.
He's still a great wide.
Is he?
Yeah.
Jesus
still over
Christ.
there. I think he's a manager now.
Holy shit,
Yeah,
check him out. Nice.
Moving up in the world, yeah.
I sent my friend a little email one night and then,
Is it hot in here, by the way?
a little,
I think it is.
a
Pause
tad
that.
bit.
Pause that. Let me know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I think you might remember this. I wrote Dev an email one night.
Yeah, I don't think he was too happy about that.
Yeah. So I wrote it to him, and I was like,
I got the email from you being like, I dropped Dev another love letter.
yeah.
I was like, oh, I see.
And I was cackling the whole time, like this is gonna blow his fucking brain. It was just crazy psycho shit. And then Cruz hits me up the next day. He's like, yeah, do me a favor, man. Yeah, don't talk to him no more. My bad. I like that guy. He's cool. You know what I mean? But I'm like,
And Dev?
yeah, I'm like, all right.
Dev is one of the funniest people. If people don't know that,
Yeah.
I know him real well.
He's a silent killer.
He is one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I called him. I was out walking in the woods, and I called him, and he's like, "I'm watching garbage TV right now."
Okay.
And I was like, well, "What was that?" And he's something like mansion rehab or something like that. And I was like, "Oh, that would classify that." He's like, "I'm preparing for my mansion in Beverly Hills." And it just that comment, that line is just hilarious, you know? Like, that's so funny.
Me, him, and a couple other cats, we'd have lunch every day, right? We'd be sitting around. So it's like, I'm the joker, I'm the asshole. You know what I mean? My boy Zach, he's like the straight guy. He's like keeping it cool and shit. And yeah, Deb would say shit sometimes. He would just crack jokes that, like, I would see a movie like a year or two later and be like, oh, that's what he's coming. You know what I mean? That's the angle he's coming at. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's like a silent killer on wordplay. He's so funny.
Oh, he's a fucking riot.
Yeah.
He's an absolute riot. I would love to call him when we do one of these and just have him talk, but I'd have to get him to sign, like, be okay with that.
Yeah.
He's just hysterical. His delivery's funny, and he and I had the same morose, morbid sense of humor.
Gallows humor.
Yeah, gallows humor. That's a great word. Gallows humor. That's right.
Yeah,
that's me pretty much. And so we just click with each other with that.
Yeah.
Gallows humor. That's right. What's the actual definition of gallows humor?
Gallows humor is just like, you know, like cops. You know what I mean? They show up like murder scenes all the time. And, you know what I mean? There's one guy that breaks the ice, like, just what, you know what I mean? Like,
about like the dead guy. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like dead bodies everywhere. Whatever it is, it's just like they get so used to it. It's a mechanism they use to kind of get by. I don't think they even realize it. They get through all this bullshit by making fun of
that makes sense.
Life's funny, it's fucked up, it's weird, and it's just like, I got it. You know what? On some level, I gotta laugh at that shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I always try and, like, you know, I make jokes like that too. It's probably that too. It's probably like to disarm it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just probably it is what it is, and to make a joke about it. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, dude, I don't want to.
Like when they.
Yeah, life should be a comedy. You know what I mean? It should be funny. You're walking through it.
It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, it just you want to keep the funny going. You know what I mean? It's like, because when you stop and you're like, oh man,
I know,
it's rough. No way, man. Life's too short.
That's a good way to look at things, man. You know, like I try to be like that, but I wasn't always like that. I mean, now that I'm, you know, there's been personal growth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wasn't always like that. Is that coffee? Was that an extra coffee?
That's an extra coffee.
Really?
I figured, I don't know.
I think I might have. Can I have some of it?
Yeah, go.
All right.
Yeah, I would have Philly's like, yeah, maybe later on.
Today has been brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts Coffee, ladies and gentlemen, from the Don. So, are you a Starbucks guy?
Nah, I'm a Wawa guy.
Okay.
I'm either like a home thing or like I'll pop through Wawa and grab. You know what I mean? Whatever's there.
I see.
Well, it's black and bitter, just like my women.
Black. That's hilarious. Black and bitter. I think some people really like. Some people love Starbucks. Some people don't like Starbucks. They say it's like burnt coffee or something like that. I totally get it. I mean, even though Starbucks is an incredibly liberal company, like, so I have a problem with it. I do kind of bend my morals for them. Yeah. Because girls love Starbucks. Yeah. I mean, you know, my girl loves Starbucks, and I've been in there for so many years. That's what she likes when we say no, like you know, like the dirty chai latte, tea, and all that. So what am I gonna do? Like not get her that? I've been buying Starbucks coffee for her for 10 years, like 8 years. Yeah. So and there's a Starbucks in my gym parking lot, right? And I like the atmosphere in there. Yeah, I like it. I have to say that, even though it's the liberal company and I don't like what they stand for. Yeah. Like, if there's sometimes where I'll drink my pre-workout and I'll still be tired and I'm like, I can't do this today. And I'll go to Starbucks and have actually like a small coffee and I'll sit there and you know, and I'll put my headphones on. I'll listen to Rush Limbaugh as I'm in Starbucks. Which is hilarious. I bought a new Trump hat. The last time I was in Starbucks, I was sitting there and I was listening to Rush Limbaugh. I was like, damn it, I wish I would have my Trump hat with me. Yeah. And I went on in the Starbucks and I was like, I need another Trump hat for an occasion like this. I don't want to ever be disarmed. That's like these people need to know. So I bought another Trump hat for specifically
just for the car.
Keep one in my truck just in case I need it.
That's so funny. Yeah. They did an episode of, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I just started watching that show.
Yeah, you like it?
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah, that's my shit. I'm not gonna spoil nothing for you, but in the recent season,
I just watched season 10. I watched the last 5 episodes of season 10.
Okay. Oh, so you saw when he had the hat and he's like, you know what? I can get out of social situations. I'm just gonna walk around.
I just don't like the part where they're like, oh, like everybody, like when they're like, oh, like you like Trump, like nobody likes Trump. Well, no, that's the thing. A lot of like you stupid, like I know you want people to think that, because that's the narrative you're trying to push. No. A lot of people like Trump.
Yeah, with also they're in LA.
Fucking Hollywood Jews.
Yeah,
Oh
boy. They're in LA.
What am I saying? Something? That's what they are. I didn't make a Jew slur. I'm just saying. Like Larry David's like they're Hollywood Jews. That's what they are.
I'm with you. Yeah.
So I didn't. I have plenty of friends that are Jewish. I don't care, but. Like, oh, you actually like Trump? Like, no, a lot of people do. Okay? Yeah. There's I think 65 million people voted for him. So okay.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I'm liberal as the day is long, but like,
are you really though? Because are you?
I consider myself like kind of an old school progressive.
Okay.
Right, and
I don't get the sense that you're really 100% lib.
I guess I don't. Yeah, here's the thing. Like, when I started trying to understand,
if you are, it's okay. I just I listen to the way you talk sometimes, and I
don't come. I'm the worst liberal ever because I'm not this like I don't have a man bun, and I'm like, hey, it's not.
I just don't think you subscribe to everything that they push.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
I'm not. I mean, I'm a Republican, but I don't. I have socially liberal views in different situations. I don't care. Yeah, you know what I mean. But as far as everything else, I'm very Republican.
I'd say I'm socially liberal, fiscally conservative.
That's how Deb described himself. I'm just saying, I have mixed opinions about abortion. I don't have a set opinion there. Okay. I don't agree with the way some a lot of liberals talk about abortion. I don't think thank God for my abortion and that's obscene.
Their messaging is they're so horrible. They push their point so hard. There's never nuance.
It's obscene the way it's presented. I can understand okay, but the way you salute it and oh yeah, I killed my baby. It's ew, that's
it's horrible.
Out of line. That's Yeah. The shit that they say about abortion, all those those Hollywood leftists, those whack jobs, it comes off really gross.
It does. It's I feel like
it's not something that should be fucking celebrated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, whatever, certain situation. But the way they celebrate it, it's have some couth.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with abortion. Hey, if chicks want to get abortions, cool. Let's say I knocked the chick up and we were in a situation. Let's say I didn't. I'd be like, hey, look, everything I can do to keep this kid alive and keep going, cool, I'll do it. But if you want to do that, I'll make the compromise. You know what I mean? All right, you want to go that far? Your choice. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm careful about it. I'm not just so. I'm not brazen about it. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a pendulum thing between liberals and conservatives. Their points. It's just I think for so long people. You know what I mean? You grow up. If you're a liberal, you grow up and you're around conservatives. You get bombarded by the conservative points, and it hits you so hard that the pendulum swings so far. But then when you get out into college and out in the world, you come off as this crazy radical to the left just because you feel so oppressed by your environment. You know what I mean? When you realize, hey, man, there's a whole plurality of ideology out here. And, you can just come up and sit there and think about it for a second. I think a lot of those people, like the whole radical, like, yeah, we should do every day it's some new bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think they're fighting a thing that happened in their past, or just something that they.
I think there's a lot of mental illness on display. Like these people, like a lot of times I see things. I'm like, these people are sick. This is coming from like a.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe with those radical leftists, I believe there's a lot of mental illness there, and it's just like I think they're obsessed with themselves. I think it's really about themselves. Yeah. That's what I think it comes down to.
Yeah,
it's some sort of like self-obsession.
Yeah,
like with this little lunacy that they spew.
And the internet just enables it. Twitter, all that
Absolutely.
Shit. It's just like, hey, I'm a star. Everyone's a star.
And the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
There's such tremendous hypocrisy out there, you know, like, oh, if one person, it's okay. Like a lot of my humor, the stuff that I read on Facebook, it's like, okay, what I do is, so they have all the leftist comedians out there that say, well, basically, I just say the other side of it. Like, I'm pretty much like, okay, the right-wing comedian. And I'm essentially saying the exact same thing that they're saying, funnier and smarter, because I am funnier and smarter. But I'm pretty much just taking like, okay, yeah, like Kathy Griffin, you want to hold up Trump's head. Yeah. And it's okay because you're from the left. Yeah. Okay, then I'm going to say that shit about Obama. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to say. Yeah. And like, oh, but it's not okay because it's Obama. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to say that about him. Like what you're saying, I'm going to go there and I'm going to do it in a funnier way.
Yeah, you take the conservative equivalent, you throw it out there.
Yeah, like, okay, so they want to talk shit on white people and all white privilege. And all. Okay, then fine. I'll make the same jokes about black people. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not racist or, you know, but like I said, like I said I'd be more concerned about the look when the NBA season got canceled.
Yeah.
My joke was like I'd be more concerned with the crime wave that these thugs are going to go on. More concerned with that than the actual coronavirus, which is hilarious, by the way.
Yeah.
Because
it's funny because you're throwing it out there like you know what you're saying, and you know how you're putting it out there. It's funny in that aspect. If you like wholeheartedly like were on some shit and you meant that shit. Then I'd be like, oh shit, dude.
It's just a joke.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Joke. Yeah,
because but by the way, there's a lot of criminals in the NBA and the NFL. Like it's okay, all right. That's like true. Come on, like they're animals. A lot of them. That's okay. Yeah. Like so that's just how it is. All right. So am I saying something that's not based on truth? Like, come on, please.
Oh, you were saying that, like, okay, the players are going to be
Yeah, I said I'd be more worried about the crime wave these guys are going on when they canceled the NBA season.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd be more concerned with the crime wave than the coronavirus.
Idle hands being a
Yeah, exactly. Idle hands. And like, you know, that's exactly the joke I made.
Yeah.
So.
That's a funny thing. And the thing about jokes is that you can't say it's a joke because you then fuck the whole joke up. You gotta throw it out there. You see the dumb shit I write. I throw it out there like, you know, maybe I am this asshole. It's 10% of it's truth. The other half of it, I'm just trying to make people laugh and fuck around. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, two quick things. We wrap this up. Start thumbing through the art of the deal. Right? Mm-hmm. I swear to God, paragraph 1 tells me everything I've wanted to know about Trump.
Really?
Yeah, because he says, I don't do this for the money. I have enough money. I do this for the deal. Mm-hmm. There's artists that they paint on canvases and just make music. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's like, my canvas is making the deal.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, now it makes sense to me.
I think I mean that's what I mean. Like I told you that was my reaction to when I read the book.
Yeah.
I was like, I get it. Mm-hmm. I might have to revisit it. I might have to read it again. Yeah. I read it 4 years ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to before next time we do this. I'm gonna try to shoot through it. And but yeah, I was just like I was wondering because I heard some stat like he inherited, roughly $200 million, and I'm like, dude, if you just drop that into the S&P 500, you'd be doing pretty good. You know what I mean? You'd be up there, right? Since the crash in the 80s. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I'm like, why would you have all this money and be like, hey man, I want to throw on a suit every day, come out and run shit like a hotshot. And now I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have a good word for it, but he's being him. He's throwing his life out there. You know what I mean? He's saying, here's who I am. Yeah.
What's interesting about the art of the deal is like when he was running for president, the ghostwriter came out and in the New Yorker, I might be wrong about that, but he wrote an article being like, I actually wrote the art of the deal. It wasn't Trump and all that. Yeah. It's like, okay, dude, then why are you a writer and not some real estate mogul if you actually did that? You're just a mad lib, and you're picking this time to try to
slander Trump, because when you're reading the art of the deal, it's clearly him, whether it's him in a tape recorder or whatever. Like me, I'm not saying that he put the pen to the paper, but like that's you can clearly tell it's him.
He sat with the writer.
Yeah, exactly. So don't say that you wrote this book. Like it's because if you read that book, it's clearly Trump. Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's just not up for debate. And then Trump said, like, yeah, I made you so much money being the ghostwriter, and this is what you come out. Oh, as I'm running for president, you come out and try and try to add to the, oh, Trump's a fraud. I wrote the art of the deal. Okay, you're a writer, not a real estate mogul then.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, like be cool. Like I don't get that.
I read that article about the ghostwriter, and I was like, get out of here. You didn't write. Shut up.
Yeah. Anything I hear during an election year is shit.
Oh yeah, and that was an election year when he came out and said that. You're right.
Yeah, and it's just like, all right, the second the guy comes down, he's running. All these things come out of the woodworks, and I'm just like, cool. God. You know, like, I mean, look, Trump's got rape allegations, Biden's got rape allegations. Cool, man. Tell us on another year. You know what I mean? Like, say it prior to, maybe say it after. But like, I want to, I want to believe it. But I'm just like, dude, he's, this is very inconvenient. This is timing that just suggests like, hey man, I gotta take this guy down a notch. And I'm just like, you know what I mean? And like chicks, they can come out whenever they want and say shit, but I'm like,
of course,
you can't. It's not unreasonable to say like.
So can I count on your vote for the greatest president of our lifetime, and arguably the greatest of all time? Can I count on your vote this November? I
might have to go through a case of whiskey prior, but maybe.
Maybe I'll take a maybe. That's good.
Maybe.
That's good.
Here's the thing. I mean,
I'll take a maybe.
Here's the thing. If Biden's coming out, I mean,
he has dementia. The guy is incapable. He's unwell. He's incapable. He can't string a sentence together. Can you imagine? Like what? He's an idiot. He's done. Well, I don't say he's an idiot. He's done. Yeah. He's cooked. There's cognitive issues there. Yeah. He's unwell. He's clearly unwell. And I think Trump has been masterful the way he's handled the whole thing. I think he's been spectacular with the briefings. Yeah. I mean, he just kills every day. He's good for killing one or two reporters because they're fucking stupid. Yeah, they're stupid writers that have done nothing in their lives. I think he's looking strong, man. I gotta go. I gotta look at Biden. I gotta go back. I haven't been following. He's incapable. Yeah. You can clearly see that, right? I gotta see the percentage of how often he makes these flubs. It's all the time. All you have to do is watch his interviews. He's clearly senile. Yeah. Clearly, I mean, you watch a Joe Biden and be like, oh yeah, that guy's all there. No. Yeah. He's done. He's 77 years old. He can't string a sentence together. He's fumbling over his words. He makes no sense. He's ill. He's clearly ill. Yeah. Trump is going to, if they debate, Trump is going to destroy him. Yeah. He's going to be, what the hell did this guy just say? What? He's going to, what Trump did to Jeb Bush is going to look like nothing compared to what happens to Joe Biden. Yeah. Joe Biden doesn't know where he is. Yeah. He confused his wife and his sister. Like he has no. Watch the video on YouTube about him and talking about the black kids in the pool playing with his leg hair. Like yeah. He's a creep. On top of it, he's a creep. Yeah. Yeah. He's been just. Imagine when his handlers must be like, oh my god, like they're behind him, like please stop. He has been bumping into coffee table after coffee table with that shit. Like just every statement's just like, oh dude, you didn't say. Poor people are black. Like, how are you fucking up this hard, man? Dude, he's just botching everything. Like every time out, he's a mess. He's an absolute mess. Yeah. Like, come on. You could tell me that you want Joe Biden, you have confidence in him handling the situation right now? Yeah. No, please. On both sides, I think there's a lot of, you know what I mean? We lean on the cabinet. You know what I mean? Like whoever gets in. Their cabinet runs shit. I mean, that's how presidents work anyway. I think Trump has done a spectacular job of delegating. Again, he's not a typical politician. I think he's willing to reach across the aisle, as they say, as he's shown with prison reform and other issues. Like I said in the other show, like we're working with the blue state governors for the pandemic right now. I mean, they have their motives, but the governor in California, the governor in New Jersey, he's worked well. He apparently has a good relationship with Cuomo to a certain degree right now. I just think we have the greatest man possible in office. You know, I'll give you this. I don't want you to be false hope. I'll do my homework. I'll give them all a look. I think it'd be hilarious if I did vote for him and all my friends told me to go fuck myself. I think that'd be one hilarious reason to do it. I think he's just. I think it's been fantastic. I see his pro. But I think we've come together. I think it's a fairly entertaining program today. Yeah, I think so too. I think we should go home, as they say in the wrestling business. Go home means let's go to the finish. You want to save the crucifixion of Cruz for next time? We'll save it for next time, yeah. All right, that works. So, all right, guys, this has been Donnie and Rizzo in the morning. We'll catch you later.